Swinging a drive, left field, get up, ball, get out of here, and
For the first time in over a month, we have three of us.
Oh my god.
It's got to be well over a month at this point.
It's at least 4 or 5
back to back
episodes.
without Nate, and then one without Connor, and then one without me.
you. Yeah.
And
So
I think the one before that we had three of us.
So
look at us go.
It was at least 2 without me, if not more.
Yeah, I think it was only. I think it was only 2, but either way, we're at least a month.
Yeah,
we're back. We finally have 3 again. Things are right in the world. I didn't watch a single Blue Jays game since the last podcast. So,
well, you know what?
Did you enjoy freezing your ass off at Boots and Hearts, though?
Man, what a fucking mystery of a weekend, honestly. Like, I'd wake up in the morning and it would be like 28 degrees and it would feel like it was like 33 and I'm baking in a tank top. Then I'd go to my work shift and it was like 16 degrees and wind and rain. And it would rain for like 20 minutes, just like piss pour, and then stop. And then it's just like a windstorm comes through, and it was like, you could not gauge on the temperature. It was awful. But Boots sucked this year.
The
lineup
was brutal.
Super mid, and the crowd was fucking terrible.
Who was the
headliner? Who were the headliners? Thomas Rhett was one.
Yeah, Cody Johnson and
that one
Jason Aldean.
I would like to see him.
Cody Johnson was great.
I've seen Jason Aldean. I enjoy his most of his old, like,
yeah,
I don't know, mid-2000s stuff. I like some of his newer stuff, but I've seen him once. He does not put on a good show.
No. And the stupid thing with him too is like at one point he goes, yeah, well, no. So he goes, yeah, I'm not the kind of guy that's going to dance around and talk and do all this. He goes, if you just came to listen to music, then you came to the right spot. Well, then he's fucking dancing around and literally every second song he's talking to the crowd. I'm like, you literally just said you weren't going to do any of this, but here you are doing it. And I'm like, whatever.
Hey,
it just wasn't
much like the current Blue Jays. This is how I'm going to turn this back around. You set the expectations so fucking low that if you do it, it's great.
Just super neutral. I didn't even care. It was like they were okay. Everyone was okay. Midland was great. Lone Star was great.
Cody Johnson
was great. Cody Johnson, awkward as fuck. Not a interesting guy to listen to, but great music. And that was Thomas Rhett put on a phenomenal show too, actually. But I've seen him, so it didn't matter. So that's what I did for the weekend. What the Blue Jays didn't seem to have a great weekend.
No, the A's pitching is crazy. Apparently,
they won game 1. Like that was a good matchup between Spence and Barrios.
Yeah,
like Spence, I think he ended up giving up all the runs, didn't he? But he was like dicing into like the 5th or 6th. He had like 1 or 2 hits against.
Horowitz wasn't against the bullpen. I know that Horowitz was against their bullpen, but I think the 2 were against Spence. So.
Was it the first game that Vlad blew his 20 whatever game hit streak?
Or was no, it was
that was game 3.
It was game 3. It was game 3. But yeah, again, not a lot happened in this series. That's like game 1, Springer hit a leadoff home run. Game 2, literally nothing fucking happened. Yariel pitched good, gave up a run, and they lost.
Fantastic.
So
you know what? That's good though.
Yariel looked good. Barrios looked good.
The pitching has just looked good lately. Granted, it's the A's and the Angels, but like still.
Yes. Who's Nance?
Nate said the same fucking thing, I think, yesterday.
I left for a week.
So Tommy Nance, if I remember.
Jim Nance,
yeah.
Larry Nance Jr.
Jimmy Nance.
It's Tommy, isn't it?
It's Tommy Nance, yeah.
Tommy Nance.
Tommy Nance, he was a waiver wire pickup. If you know that.
Who?
I want to say I want to say the Cubs.
Who did we send down?
Isert?
When did he get here?
He got here. I think that's Nance's first or second game. I think with the Jays was on game 2 of the A's.
Okay. So
I'm trying to remember because I know the bullpen. The bullpen right now is Green,
Burr Little,
Swanson, Cabrera, Yarborough.
So when Hennessis, hey, shout out Hennessis, congrats on the sex. When he got placed on the paternity list, they added Tommy Nance.
But Hennessis is back, so who did they send down?
Must have been Isert.
It must have been, it was Isert. Yeah, it was probably Isert. So yeah, shout out to Hennessis. Potential flight deck guy next year, I guess, is what we're kind of. He's on the short list. We'll give him that.
He pitched for the 2021 Cubs and 2022 Marlins.
Okay.
I'm not seeing anything about this year.
Great.
With their AAA club all year. There it is. With the Padres. Huh.
To be fair, the Padres have a gross pen.
Well, they have a gross pen. Like, yeah, it's ridiculous.
You get a 4.05 ERA in AAA.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to Jimenez.
Shout out to Larry Nance Sr.
Sorry,
yeah. The game 2, Dario was great. All he did was give up a fucking Brent Rooker home run. Jesus Christ, Brent Rooker. The fact that he's an A is just criminal for him. Well, and the fact that he wasn't an all-star and he had a mid-9s OPS.
He gets to go enjoy Sacramento. That's fun for him.
Yeah.
The ball flies there, from what I've heard.
Sacramento or Oakland?
Will be fun for him.
Sacramento.
Dude, it's a triple. It's like stick Brent Rooker in Dunedin, basically, is what they're doing. Or like,
yeah, Dunedin, the ball like really flies. I have heard Sacramento also. Yeah. I don't know if it's as much, but
and also the A's in Oakland are like, I think they're 4th in the league in home runs. They're
up there.
They just mash. Like,
it's the pressure or the no pressure of having no fans.
Who's the leadoff hitter? Is it Daz Cameron that I'm thinking of?
No, you're thinking Lawrence Butler. This
is phenomenal because
yes.
I didn't watch any of these games, and I don't know any of these people.
I know the fact that I could probably name.
Who was the one that dove into second and his helmet flew off? Was that Cameron or Butler? I'm thinking
that was probably Butler.
I think that was Cameron. But anyways,
I know probably Cameron's on the team. I just like don't remember.
Daz Cameron looks fun. Lawrence Butler
looks like a thing.
Yeah, he could be a thing, I think.
Like Blade, he looks good. Like
Blade have like multiple home runs against us this year.
He had the walk off.
Yeah, that's the one I remember.
And then he did hit a bomb against Jesus Christ, Chris Bassett. You were complaining about the fucking roof being closed, and that's why you were bad.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
that was a lot. I can kind of defend him, like half defend him here. I don't know when they decided to close it, but apparently it was late.
It would have been like 30 minutes before game time, probably.
I don't remember who I was listening to talk. It might have been Dallas Braden talking about it, or it might have been one of the Jays guys on the broadcast or something. But they were like giving him the benefit of the doubt. With the roof open, your stuff's gonna move way more. So if you don't have like your sinker
stuff,
or I don't know what else, curveball, I guess, but like your slider, sweeper, cutter and stuff, they're gonna move more out of the zone. So they said that's beneficial. So if you don't, basically, they were kind of saying he went in, had to go like change his game plan on the fly. But he got in through like 5 or 6 innings, I think, and like kind of helped him out.
Yeah.
We were down 8-1 at one point. I'm just looking at this now.
Just want to give a quick shout out to Luis de los Santos. First RBI and first hits in the majors, and then immediately sent down because it kind of sucked because he did that, and then they immediately after the game was like, yeah, you're being sent down. We just want to see other guys.
Yeah, well,
and I was like, all right, I guess.
De los Santos really a guy that's
no. But it was just kind of like, damn, he finally.
At least they waited till he got his hit.
Yeah,
I kind of
it just kind of sucked because he finally was like, oh, here's maybe like momentum for Luis de los Santos. No, you're just going to AAA.
No.
Granted, he has hit like 3 bombs in his last 2 AAA games. So
I would much rather have Will Wagner.
Oh, see, but this is where we get to honestly the most fun 3 days of baseball I've seen in a while, because Brant, you missed it.
I did.
We got the legend. No, not even what I'm talking about. Forget Will Wagner. We got the legendary broadcast booth. Buck Martinez and Caleb Joseph.
I didn't even remember that.
Buck Martinez and Caleb Joseph.
Something happened last minute and Caleb stepped in. I forget
Jesus.
what they said happened. It was some emergency thing. I don't know who was supposed to be on. I'm assuming maybe Ben Shulman.
Or probably Joe.
But, yeah, maybe Joe. But, my God, Caleb Joseph is not a broadcaster.
I felt bad. Like, it was, in a weird way, I liked it because he wasn't.
Like, all due respect,
he said some of the strangest things.
For sure.
I'm forgetting them all right now, but like,
you're not getting set up very well if Buck is your play-by-play.
Honestly, no. Honestly, credit to Buck. It's probably the best he's been in
really
the last 10 years, man. He was Like,
all right,
because he's not doing it every day.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
was he that good, or was he just like? Did he sound good in comparison?
No, he sounded like 15, 16 buck a bit, which
Okay,
which was
fine.
nice. He's still his swing and a drive still sounds really fucking cool when people hit home runs.
I
Like,
thought of one. Last night, I forget who it was up.
oh, are you the
Was
Varsho?
up. No, what did Varsho do?
Okay, so it was first and second. Varsho was up, and it was lefty on the mound. So like Buck is like, "Oh, the defense is back. Lefty on the mound. He's gonna bunt." And Caleb's like, "Yeah, this is a great time to bunt." And first pitch, Varsho just cracks it out, and Buck's like, "Or he's just gonna go deep, swinging a drive."
No, the one I'm thinking of was somebody was in a 0-2 count. It was Nance plunked a guy, I think, in the ninth, and he had Buddy in an 0-2 count. And Caleb Joseph goes, "Oh, I'd be thanking him so much right now. I love those. Anything inside 0-2, I was wearing it because I knew I was striking him."
Like it was.
I think kind of fair.
The broadcast booth helped. It was helped a lot by the fact that the Jays just played well and the Angels sucked.
Yeah.
But yeah,
shout out. I know you want to talk about Will Wagner because we can get there, but shout out to Leo Jimenez for his first career home run.
Yeah, shout out Leo.
Guy's hitting, dude.
Yeah,
I said it a couple weeks back.
I could give.
Where the hell was I? Baltimore. He's starting to put the bat on the ball. He's hitting some line drives.
And I could
he hit 3 doubles when I was at that fucking Springer game. He's looking good.
Yeah, and I can give 2 shits if I see fucking number 11 put on a fucking thing this year. Yeah. I could care two shits.
Let Leo cook, man.
Let Leo eat, dude.
Yeah, like I'm here for it.
They don't take him out of the lineup. He plays.
He also, when I went to that game, we looked at it
last night. He
played second.
Play short. Yeah,
played second.
Leo.
They put Barger at third and
Ernie at short.
I'm not sure why.
I don't
to try and get Leo in the game when Bo's back, maybe.
Well, I guess
that's the best I could. Guess, but
also probably to see if he can do it.
Yeah. Also see if Ernie can play short.
Which he did air mellow ball.
Good. That's Ernie. Short, so. When I went to that game, Leo was at a -0.4 WAR. Now I'm pretty sure he's positive. He's like 0.1, 0.2. Okay, so shout out Leo. How are we?
But we got to get to the real talk of the town. A guy that me and Nate already before we could say this because we called it. He was on the cusp of being a flight deck guy. That we think he could be a flight deck guy. Will Wagner.
He's fun to watch, man. Like,
dude,
it might as well be a clone of Spencer Horowitz.
Oh my god,
the way they play baseball, like it's identical.
Is he a lefty?
Shout out to Will Wagner though for in his 3rd game hitting a ball harder than Kevin Biggio has all year.
I knew you were to fucking bring this up on the broadcast or on the podcast.
We really brought in a better Nepo baby than the ones we had, huh?
We really brought in a
from
better
the same team.
Houston Nepo baby.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Honestly, man, he looks good. Like everything's hard contact. I think I missed 1 or 2 of his at bats last night, but like even that 3 for 4, like that out was a deep fly ball to center.
Awful. It was to the point where they had to
bring. It was off a lefty, right?
The lefty. Yeah, he was. They switched. They went lefty to get him out in his first game in the big leagues.
Crazy.
And then made the smoothest fucking play at second base, behind second base.
He made 2. He made one sliding, and was it a double play that he turned or something later in the game? There were 2. He made 2 nice plays. Like he looks solid defensively at second base. I think you're running into a bit of an issue here if
with everybody looking solid.
2 guys that you want to play second base,
and they hit the same hand, and they play
the same player.
They're the same player. One I think is just a year older than the other. Like
we are talking about Spencer, not Davis, right? Okay.
But
that can all very easily be solved if you take that guy that's on first and you slide him to the other side of the diamond because you have a hole at third.
Are you talking about Vladdy?
Yes.
I'd rather DH Spencer.
Like
I think
unless they bring in a DH, I don't know. It all depends what the offseason looks like, what's available, who we're in on, trades too. Adames is a guy that you could bring in if he's willing to play 3. There are options. I don't hate it Vladdy needs a lot of reps this offseason, if that's the thing. I think he can do it. Look at him coming into 21 when he lost all that weight. Like, if he puts some mind to it, he can do it. Look at Bo. Bo's turned himself into an average shortstop, right? Like, it takes reps, though.
He's shown flashes this year, even where at third, where he's made some plays. It's like, wow, look at that. Like, that's an elite play. But then there's other times, like at the game I was at there, like there was a ground ball that went at him and he kind of just went like, and just let the thing go through.
So Connor and I did talk about that. They flashed him in the dugout after the camera, and he was like making a motion kind of like this with his hand, talking to somebody. Like, it seemed like he was saying it hit something and kind of moved on him. But either way, he looked awkward fielding that ball.
And one thing you did just bring up the fact that like we have to see what happens next year, and by all accounts, there's like 10 guys that could easily be up and playing with this team next year, depending on how things work.
And like, it's kind of just the current iteration of this team.
I'm just gonna name them all: Arelvis, Will Wagner, Davis Schneider, Ernie Clement, Leo Jimenez, Spencer Horowitz, Alan Roden, Joey Loperfido, Jonathan Clase, Addison Barger. That is 10 dudes who are at the big league level, if not going to be ready next year.
Well, take a look at it right now. You're sitting without Clase.
No Clase, no Roden, no Martinez.
Martinez probably finds a spot, but those three guys are out right now, and you've literally gutted the team. You're gonna add some guys in the offseason. It's a guarantee. You're probably looking at 5 or 6 of those guys not on the opening day roster.
Which is why I'm thinking
they're gonna be trade pieces.
There's trade pieces. Like, you could easily loop a Leo Jimenez. I'm just giving an example. An Alan Roden and like a Relvis Martinez for something.
Sure.
Yeah. Like Martinez, his value's gonna have taken a hit with the roids and everything. But can we run through the rest of this Angels series quick? And then come back to this conversation because there's more I want to say, but I want to talk about the Angels. Because our pitching looked amazing in this.
But
Bowden Francis looked the best. They're still an MLB team. They still have some solid bats. Like, Bowden Francis looked the best I've ever seen him.
7 innings, 1 hit.
1 hit. It was a solo shot.
No walks.
That's so bad.
They kept talking about it on the broadcast, and I am with them 100%. The way he was attacking guys and getting ahead in the count when you have the lead is amazing. That is what you need to do. Attack guys, work fast, get ahead in the count, get them behind, and that's
what your other stuff. Like,
it was great. That was great to see.
Yeah.
The only thing
looked
there,
amazing again, and so did Barrios last night.
And after getting fucking beaten in the ankle early on.
Oh yeah.
I feel like Bowden's issues never really been not attacking guys. I feel like the difference here is that if you attack the Angels roster, I'm not afraid of anybody hurting me.
Also,
weren't both his Orioles starts good too, though?
Yeah. Fairly good.
Those last 2?
Yeah, they're okay.
Also,
they're pretty good.
In like, one thing they did bring up on the broadcast, Bowden's biggest problem was his curveball is shit. And he just kept throwing it like a lot.
That's a tough problem to have.
But no, he went like
sucks.
4 seams. He went to 4 seam sinker splitter, and it just worked. And like occasional curveball
for him.
He also, both those Angels or Orioles starts, I'm pretty sure he gave up two shots in both of them, if I'm not mistaken. I know he gave up 2 in the first Orioles one. He might have given up 3 in the second one, but that's kind of his big issue, is that when he gets hit, he's getting hit very hard. And it's only once or twice a game, but it's 2 or 3 run homers.
As long as I was gonna say, if he can limit the amount of guys on base when he gets torched on.
That was kind of the thing in that both those Angels games. It was a 2-run shot to start it.
Oh, real talk. It is our entire team's problem. And
like, I swear this is the stat I saw the other day, but I think we are minus 56 in home run differential, last in baseball.
Love that.
Yeah, because
also just
not a lot of guys on our, like, to their detriment, the guys in the rotation don't walk a lot of people.
No, they throw strikes. Our bullpen also stinks,
but
man.
Uriel's the guy that it kind of has like he can go off a cliff with the walks, but everybody else is like fairly around the zone.
Also have like the worst bullpen in baseball. They're going to give up homers.
Did Vladdy hit 3 bombs in that series, or just 2?
Just the 2.
I thought he had two.
Just the
Okay.
two. But they looked
Vlad is on
identical.
fire, dude.
They looked identical. They were both hanging breaking balls that were in, and he just pulled out. Like,
I think if there's any doubt, if there had been any doubt, like the way he's hitting right, he's not even having to hit home runs. Like
no.
he's back to 2021 Vlad, and I think this Vlad could be better.
The Jays
Because
posted a
he's
really
using
stupid
the whole
stat
field
today.
and like just driving the ball, doing damage every time.
They posted a real stupid stat today. It was Vladdy's the first player in MLB history to have 10 homers and 10 doubles through the first 25 games post All-Star break in the history of the league.
I mean, he is also one of like very few players to have at least 160 doubles and 150 homers by their age 25 season. Like, which is insane.
What number are we putting on the contract today?
It starts with a 3.
A lot of people are comparing it to what Devers got. I think that's probably pretty fair.
Yeah,
Devers is going to have to move to first base. Granted, he is the third baseman right now. I'm sure he's still the worst defensively in the league. He's going to move to first. DH. I think it's
10 year, 313.5.
So basically 31, give or take a year. Like,
yeah, I think he's probably looking at a little more than that.
Yeah, also, I think that's a baseline. Again, that was 3 years ago, probably, and I believe Devers part of that was buying out our beers.
Yeah.
So it's a baseline, right?
Yeah.
Also, Vlad has made his way into the top 5 in WRC plus this year, and he is now 4th in batting average in the league.
So he's hitting like 3.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, Bobby Witt is at 349. Jesus Christ. Aaron Judge 333, Stephen Kwan 325, and then Vlad at 323.
The Judge hitting 333 thing I think is crazier to me than Bobby Witt.
Well, also we can talk about this later. Bobby Witt's home road splits are fucking insane.
Yeah, I guess
he's batting over 400 at home and like 270 on the road. Like,
that's up to a 4.5 WAR as a first baseman. That's pretty good.
Like,
that is good.
Just with bat.
Yeah,
like
25 homers. This guy had like 8 homers.
At the deadline.
A month and a half ago?
He's on pace for 20.
That's
fucking insane.
And the way he keeps going, is 40 out of the question?
Like, I'm not putting that on him. There's
like, I think he could get
15 more.
Gotta get 15 more in like a month and a half.
days, roughly.
Yeah. So one every 3 games is
the pace he's playing at right now. He could do it. I don't think he's going to.
35,
like, I think
35 is very
reasonable.
Yeah. 35 and 35 and 100 RBIs again.
Yeah, that's huge.
He needs 20. He's at 80 RBI right now.
That's huge.
Like,
with a second half pace of like 60 homers.
Yeah.
Like,
and he's 52 walks, 77 strikeouts. Like,
yeah.
He's also maybe struck out 10 times during this whole like post All-Star break.
Yeah, it's something crazy like that too.
Like, so
I don't know, man. That contract can be whatever the hell Vlad wants it to be, and I think you're still going to get your value out of it.
Yeah. Honestly. Okay, but I want to circle back to the roster here.
Hold on. Sorry.
I was listening.
Do we just want to quickly talk about that George Springer ejection?
What the fuck was he so mad about?
He got hit by a pitch.
I know.
He clearly gets hit by the pitch. The Jays broadcast, the Angels broadcast both be like, yeah, he's hit by a pitch. And then they go, no, he didn't get hit.
I get all that. But he went from like just kind of like, no way to like, let me murder this guy with my bat type of angry all of a sudden.
It's a brutal ejection. He's walking away from the guy. He's still talking, but he's clearly walking away from him to avoid the confrontation.
Yeah.
He can't have said anything that bad, I don't think, to warrant an ejection, especially when it's just like this is all he did. Like, I don't know. And then he's walking away again past Schneider, and he said something. And Buddy must have said something.
That's what I'm saying.
Because George started mother effing him to hell.
It took every bit of Vlad to hold him back.
Right. I was just like, oh, this is not the happy, fun George Springer anymore.
No.
Like,
I would love to know what got said there, because like that's not like a typical I'm pissed off that I'm ejected type of blow up. Like that was something.
Yeah, you don't go that quick.
No.
And
without something.
But also the being ejected thing, like you can't argue reviewed calls. So as soon as he's starting doing that, you're going to get ejected. Like it's legitimately supposed to be like an automatic ejection if you argue things that are reviewed. So like it's on him to begin with. Like We all know it was the wrong call. He knows it's the wrong call, but it was gonna happen.
Based
But
on the
that's
interaction,
crazy.
kinda, I think he just said it looked like something along the lines of "That's brutal, you missed that," and then he was like walking away, probably still saying similar stuff. But I don't think that's the same as like getting in the umpire's face and arguing.
No.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't care either way. Like,
no, but it was just like
you're pissed off. The game was, what was the score at that point?
like 6-0 at that
The
point
game's
for
over.
the Jays. The game,
Like, who cares? Get your money's worth. What were we gonna say about the roster? Hank, circle back for me.
So I was listening to the letters today,
Mhm.
and one of them asked the other, I forget who it was, but not important. They asked
50-50 chance.
of your position players, who are your like locks for next year to be on your starting roster opening day, barring not including if someone gets traded
No
or
trades.
injuries, anything like that. Like
in the lineup,
Bo and Vlad.
I think 6 guys.
George.
Yep.
Varsho.
Kirk.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
And Horwitz.
That whoever said it, that's all they said was those 5. They said Horwitz wasn't.
Seriously?
I think
he was close.
He's played his way into being.
He's earned it.
He has. Barring him falling off a cliff and being shit in spring training, even like
sure, I guess spring's gonna make a big difference for him.
But yeah, the six
like he would have to fall off a cliff.
Yeah,
I would argue 7, man. I think Ernie Clement has more than proved he has a role in this team.
Yeah, in some capacity. Like
I
even if it's a 26 guy on the bench. Yeah.
I don't love the idea of him starting.
He's
but right now he's hitting about 280. He's got an OPS plus like 106 or 108 or something. Like
take that.
That plays for you. That's a bottom of the order bat. He plays the game hard. He's played well defensively at third. He's got some speed. Like he bat to ball skills off the charts. There's a little bit of pop in that bat. I'm taking that every day.
I hate his defense, if I'm being honest, but outside of like he's done well with the bat for the last 2.5 months. When did Cav get DFA'd? That was 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago. Since then, he's just been unbelievable with the bat.
June 7th.
Was it June?
It was June.
What month are we now? August?
It was early June. It was early June because that's before I went to Boston, and Boston was like mid-June. So
he's been good, man. I think he deserves a spot, even if it's 26 man. Like if you're between him and Leo for the 26 man, I don't think that's even a question.
Leo's 23. That's the only.
Which I guess but like in well, that's the thing. Leo's 23. They can just easily justify a AAA. They can easily justify AAA. Like,
I'm taking what Ernie is right now over Leo, and I'm letting him season for more.
Yeah. Sure, I'll give it to you. I think
if Ernie falls off, his floor is a lot higher than Leo's floor right now.
Mm-hmm. So 7 guys, that leaves you with 6 spots to fill.
I think, yeah. I think Class Air Low Profito probably takes your extra outfielder spot. I don't think either of them is a starter the way they're playing right now. Will Wagner, if he keeps hitting, has probably at least earned himself a really strong consideration. Also, like, who's to say he can't learn to play left field?
Sure.
There's a player that hasn't been spoken about yet.
Well, you're about to say the same thing.
Is Connor trying to talk? I can't tell.
Sorry, I'm looking at something else. Sorry, I was looking at something else real quick.
Okay. There is one player that we have not mentioned yet, and if it were up to me, he would not have a spot on this team next year.
Oh, we did mention him quickly, and we just moved on.
Does David Schneider have options left?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking first.
They added him to the 40-man last year, man. I don't think we've used any.
Okay,
we haven't used any. He's been with the team the whole time.
Not very good on the business side.
I'm not saying get rid of him, but he hasn't been good.
No.
I looked it up last night. He's got about a 688 OPS against righties. His OPS against lefties. He's supposed to mash lefties. He is here to mash lefties. His OPS against lefties is 600.
And it's probably worse. But because after you checked, I don't think he got a hit.
That was early in the game last night.
And I think he went over last night. Like
he has not looked good. We caught lightning in a bottle last year. We could do it again, but he clearly needs some work.
He's got to make some sort of adjustment. It's just not happening.
Let's just all pray that Will Wagner is not David Schneider.
Will Wagner or Spencer Horowitz could probably play as good a left field. I don't think you're losing much, really.
No.
Or Barger if he keeps hitting, but like there's lots of guys there, and I don't think for me David Schneider brings enough unless if he goes out in spring training and rakes and shows pop and everything against lefties. Sure, but he's really got to earn it for me right now.
There are 3 months of the season where David Schneider has a OPS over 550. The one was March. He had 4 at-bats, so we'll call it 2 months where he has an OPS over 550. April, he had a 774. May, he had an 832. June, he was a 518. July, 549. August, 279 so far.
We're in the middle of
halfway through the month. He's hitting
I hope he's
083
playing through something like that, and he's just too scared to lose a roster spot. But like,
bro,
realistically, right now, if you want to see Jonathan Clase,
he's the guy.
Who's going down? It should be him.
Will Wagner's doing too well for it to be him.
No,
it'll be Loperfido.
It'll be Stuart Baroa.
Oh, that's fair.
It'll be Stuart Baroa.
Totally forgot Stuart Baroa was on this team. They love Baroa though, and I think
Baroa's Baroa's vibes guy. I think
Baroa's also the fastest base runner I think I've ever seen.
Yeah,
probably not statistically, but holy shit!
I didn't realize. Did you guys know that Joey Loperfido has 90th percentile sprint speed?
Yeah, I heard he was fast.
He's real fast.
I didn't realize he was that fast. Also, he broke his offer and got his first RBI in the series. So like,
yeah,
good job, Joey.
Yeah, it was an 0 for 24, but
0 for 24. I mean, he had 3 hits in like his first 2 games with the Jays, and then just went.
Yeah.
He is so Varsho, and it hurts.
Stuart Baroa is only a 76 percentile sprint speed. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's just
he's just a good base runner. Like
it's also based on like attempts. I think it only counts major league stats. So if he,
but even still, he's got like at least I've seen in person. I've seen like 6 stolen bases.
Fair. I think there's a name that probably comes up before Jonathan Clase.
Okay.
And I think that guy comes up Monday.
Oh, fuck off. I already know who it is. No, I don't care to see him. It's a decent story, but I don't care.
Joey Votto is going to be on the 26-man roster Monday for the series opener against the Reds.
At home? Oh, it is at home.
It is at home. Shit.
Damn, that's a good story. You're right.
Honestly, if he's hitting a bit, why not send Baroa down, bring him?
Also, what is what is this lineup gonna look like if you want to have Vladdy, Votto, Horwitz, and Wagner?
I think one of them
Vladdy's playing third.
Wagner probably moves to the outfield.
Vladdy is probably playing third on that lineup.
Horowitz has played the outfield. Like we haven't seen it yet. Why not give him a shot? Will Wagner's earning some run right now. Yeah. Apparently can also play third base. I don't know if he has the arm for it.
He doesn't,
but apparently can play. Give him a shot at a game at third.
Sure.
Like, also the amount of lefties that we have again in this lineup is so weird.
It would be weird for them to have signed Votto and had him go through this whole minor league thing just to not have him come up.
Fuck him.
Like, who fucking cares at this point? Like, just bring him up and let him play.
Right.
Like,
who cares about Joey Votto at this point?
Well, like, would you rather him be your 26th man and play a couple games here and there, or have some rookie that you're developing be your 26th man and have like 4 at-bats a week?
You know what? I don't give a shit. I like vibes. I like vibes, and Joey Votto is like...
Joey Votto's the vibe.
Fucking curmudgeon.
Joey Votto is the vibe.
Joey Votto is curmudgeon, man.
He's one of the funniest guys
He's
in
been
baseball.
a vibe his entire career.
Dude, do you not remember him sitting on a bench all winter?
Car wash? Dude.
I do remember him on opening day, like being in at the Rays Jays game in the stands.
Yeah, he went and bought a ticket because he wanted to go. I don't know, man. I love Joey Votto. I think his vibes are amazing.
I just don't care.
He's also going to help a lot of guys. I think if you can bring him up and have him work with guys like Horowitz or Wagner.
Don't fucking touch him. No. Don't touch him. Don't touch him.
They play the same fucking
I don't
style
give a
of
shit.
baseball.
Don't
It
touch
makes
Spencer
sense.
Horowitz. If anybody, go fix Joey Lopefito and Addison Barger.
Sure.
Don't you touch Spencer Horowitz and Will Wagner currently. Like,
I'd like to
I would
pull
love
back on my defense of Spencer Horowitz a little bit.
why? What?
His numbers aren't as good as I thought they were.
What do you mean? Is he what? Sorry, he's low
okay,
eights.
Let's go
He's
to that.
not. He's
He's
high
high
sevens.
sevens.
Fuck off, man. He's a rookie.
Let's go back to that for a second. The first guy I am sitting Joey Votto beside, I am putting his locker beside, and they're becoming best friends is Vlad. I love what
I'm not
Vlad is
fucking with
doing.
Vlad right now.
Don't fucking talk. No,
I'm not saying fuck with him, but I think just having Joey Votto, who is arguably a Hall of Famer, he's
Fuck
borderline for sure. I'm not saying fuck with him. I'm saying
no. I'm saying like friendly fuck with him.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with him.
No, but like just that is a guy you can learn so much from. Vladdy is clearly becoming, if he isn't already, the captain of this team. Like this is his team. Learn from Joey Votto.
Sure.
Honestly, like I'm not saying go necessarily.
I don't want him to say a
approach.
damn thing about hitting though.
I think Vlad could still learn from Votto. Vlad
I think Vlad's issue comes when you have so many voices talking to him. I think you just need to let him do his thing and let him go. Wind him up, let him go.
I think that could be huge for Vlad's career though.
There's 2 people or 3 people they need to have their Joey Votto needs to talk to. Addison Barger, Joey Lopefito, and Dalton Varsho.
Varsho would be an interesting one.
Varsho, I think if Varsho talked to Votto, I think that's
I believe I wouldn't Barger.
Barger just needs a lot of help
somewhere.
Something.
I think to calm down his fucking stance.
Everything. It's all
personally. I would rather Barger's approach stays power because I think that's where he will be successful in the majors.
He's never going to be a guy that can hit for average.
No, I agree, but it's just like he needs to. He has so much movement.
He could have 30 bomb power easy.
Yeah. I don't think that swing has enough connection to be a 30 homer guy.
Movement in his swing.
That's what I'm kind of thinking.
Up and back, down and out with the hands.
There's just so much going on there. I don't know. It works, and He's
and
where he is, and I'm where I am. But
when he connects, it goes very far and very fast. But
I don't know. I don't think you're wrong. I think we're probably not far away from seeing Votto. It doesn't make sense.
No. You want to know what Joey Votto is? He's a September call up.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think you bring him up for Cincinnati. I think that would be huge for him.
And then you do what?
Then he goes 0 for 12 with 6 strikeouts.
Now, what if he goes 9 for 12 with 4 homers?
Then I have to take everything I said back.
Okay. Fair enough. Glad we got
I'm at the point where I don't like. We're at the point of the season where if I say some shit, I'm gonna say it strong. I'm gonna be strong and wrong. Okay.
I would love for Joey Votto to earn himself a contract for next year's team.
Agreed. We are at the point where next year Spencer Horowitz and Will Wagner are going to be fighting each other for playing time right now because they're both going to be a second baseman. Because we have to bring in someone that is a prolific DH or is going to take at least
a corner outfield spot.
Primary amount of at bats that we're going to give to a DH
as a DH. Yep.
Yeah. So you kind of need to figure out, hey, can Spence play third? Can Wagner play third? Can they play left
Spence
field?
play left?
Can they both play left field?
Yep.
I'm doing that the rest of the year. Learn on the fly, see what you can do. It might be ugly.
Play everybody out of position. Fuck it. See if it works.
The way they're hitting, I want both those bats in the lineup.
Let's put Kirk in
third. Keep it up, no.
Dude, this is
bro. We don't have a catcher. That's the issue.
I was gonna say
Brian Servin.
This is a question that we don't even need to get into, but if Kirk gets older, what fucking position does he play other than catcher? Is he just a DH?
No, he retires.
I can't see him playing first base. I can't see him playing.
He's not a power hit, especially when he's older. He's not enough of a power guy to be a DH. So he's just once he's done, he's done. There's no.
I'm saying this right now. If this is his peak body, oh god, when he hits like 33, 34.
You think he's gonna get better? Like he's gonna get in better shape?
No,
like, this is it,
This
dude.
is what I'm saying. If this is his peak body wise,
This is what he's become.
What does he look? What does Alejandro Kirk look like
honestly,
in
What
year
does
2030?
34-2-year-old Alejandro Kirk look like?
34-2.
34-2.
34-2.
There's been plenty of guys who've carved out long careers with similar to worse bodies, like Benji Molina, because
Yeah, but he was taller.
he also hit for a cycle.
He wasn't, but Benji Molina, Jesus. Benji Molina
he
was not the
a
size of
catcher his
Jose
entire
Altuve.
career. Yeah, but if Kirk can still barrel balls, he will still find a role as even a part-time catcher.
Like, to his credit. Like
Benji Molina.
We're not going on a Benji Molina deep dive. We've done
20 home runs.
I just like to point out this season has.
Does Kirk have 20 home runs in his career?
Yeah, dude, he had 20. Didn't he have 20 in 22?
He was All-Star year, he was close.
He was close to 20.
No shot.
Like, he got at least 15. Like, he might have had 10 in like a month. Like,
I don't think so.
I'm good.
I swear he like capped at like 11.
He
at 34 in his career.
34 in his career.
So he barely has more than Benji had in one season. They're not the same.
In 22, he only had 14 home runs.
14.
They were the same player.
All right.
Can we get this thing back on the rails and talk about how much the White Sox suck?
I only want to talk about
we're
Benji
we're still doing Sox watch, I guess. Shit, we just gotta.
Are we done with the Blue Jays? That was it. That was
I
fun.
mean, yeah. The only thing we had
really
is like
else.
Luis De Los Santos.
Respect Brian Serven.
Yeah, and
that's all I can say.
And
he's hitting 125.
Tommy Jimenez.
No, get rid of Tommy Nance.
I think we did grab another guy from the Diamondbacks too.
Yep.
Like, Frias.
Yep. Why don't we go get that Diaz dude from Colorado? Did anyone else see that?
Diamondbacks bullpen anymore.
Oh, I froze.
Like, the Diamondbacks don't have a great bullpen. No, you're still, we can still agree.
Am I back? Ah, damn.
Yeah. You're good.
No.
Okay. You're good. You're good.
Am I good now?
You're good. Yeah.
I'm back. We're good?
Yeah.
Okay. Did we hear what I said about the dude from Colorado?
Yes. No. Jesus Christ.
No?
Who's from Colorado?
The catcher that they just DFA'd?
Oh, Elias Diaz?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they just put him on outright waivers, even though they easily could have traded him at the deadline.
Can we not
let's
go take the risk
over Servant?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He was an all-star last year, wasn't he?
He was the All-Star MVP.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Exactly.
Like, that's a move I'm making. Like, you don't have a fucking legitimate second catcher option for next year right now. I mean, hopefully you get someone better than Elias Diaz, but if you can run him out there the rest of the year and try and fucking find something there.
He is a free agent at the end of the year.
But yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. Sox watch. Shout out
But
Grady.
Sorry, Connor, but if you turn around a little bit, you have the inside track to signing him if you bring him in, obviously.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it makes sense.
Pretty high up in the waiver claims.
And you don't have to play Brian Serven the rest of the year. All due respect to Brian Serven.
Yo, you don't want to be swerving with Serven?
Serven is just the 2024 version of Zach Collins.
Hey,
he's exactly the same.
We're not going to disrespect W Man. All right. W Man had a legendary 2 weeks in April.
No. He also hit 4-stick for us at one point.
Collins, yeah.
But
Serven has that pop.
No, he fucking doesn't.
Pull up Brant.
Yep.
Pull up two players side by side. First one's Brian Serven.
Okay.
Next one's Eric Kratz.
Oh my god.
Just pull up their faces.
Oh, they're the same guy.
Oh, they're the same person.
They're the same person.
Eric Kratz is yeah. Maybe that's why Brian Serven sucks so much, because he's always on FT.
Let's see here. Eric Erik.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they look like the build and everything is. See, now they have Kratz as like a major league player, and he doesn't look like it here. But he looks exactly like Zach Collins from a distance. If he was left-handed, it'd be
or Brian Serven.
Serven looks like Collins when they're like actually playing and moving around and doing all that. They look like the same damn guy, same basic dude.
Oh, I'm saying side by side, like just faces. Him and
you're probably right with Kratz. Connor, The White Sox beat the Yankees. Beat the shit out of the Yankees.
Beat the dog shit.
The only team they've beat by double-digit runs all year
was the Yankees. That was the first double-digit win they've had. But guys, the decision to walk Juan Soto to face Aaron Judge will be talked about for the rest of history. Fucking
will it though?
I think it was a very dumb decision, especially after coming out.
It was dumb, but like, what do you expect out of this?
He already said at the start of the series.
No.
Basically, we're going to intentionally walk Judge as much as we can and not face it.
Which you should do.
But you want to know what happened in that series? Soto had like 5 home runs before that at bat.
He had a 3-homer day that day before.
Like,
right? Was there another base open?
Probably.
Actually,
you probably could have walked both of them, and I feel like that's a better risk.
Yeah.
Who's behind Judge right now?
Austin Wells, maybe?
Okay. I would way rather pitch to Austin Wells. Actually, you know what? Hold on. What are we talking about? The White Sox need to lose.
Yeah. Well, honest, no.
Brady's got to win to earn a job.
Do you want to know why the White Sox can't really lose or anything? No. Because of certain dumb draft lottery rules. You want to know the highest
that is
pick?
not a dumb rule.
If I'm just saying
because they're taking
money from the league.
Yeah, they can't pick any higher than 10.
Yeah,
10.
They can't pick any higher than 10.
It's them and somebody else.
Which is why the Jays are gonna probably get like a top 3 to 5 pick next year.
That's not good. That's good for us.
Yeah,
but
which is why the White Sox need to tear it down even further, I think. But
let's circle back. Let's circle back to Judge here for a second, because I went off in our group chat a couple nights ago about this, and I'm still so annoyed that everyone is comparing him to Barry Bonds.
Pop off.
So Jay Hay said it on Baseball is Dead. He pulled up stats. I don't know if you guys saw this. If Aaron Judge, I think it's for his next 5 seasons, hit 60 home runs, or maybe it's his next 3. Fuck's sake. How old is Aaron Judge? Is he between 31 or 5 seasons? Okay, so it was 3 seasons. Next 3 seasons, he had 60. By age 35, he would be 9th all time in home runs by age 35. Not 9th all time. 9th all time by age 35. He would literally have to hit 60 home runs a year till he's about 40 to make this happen. Like, he is nowhere close to Bonds. I don't care about steroids. Bonds got walked 120 some odd times in a single season, which is like, I think, honestly, over 100 times more than Judge has ever been intentionally.
Yeah. Like, I think the peak of Aaron Judge is almost it's closing in on as impressive as what Bonds did. I don't think career-wise, Aaron Judge is even close.
I mean, Barry Bonds at this point had how many MVPs? 4 or 5?
Yeah. But like watching what Aaron Judge has done the last 2 seasons that he's been healthy, like when Aaron Judge plays 162 games, it's impressive what he's able to do.
Big time.
Especially with the way guys are pitching nowadays, and like it's hard to score runs in today's day and age.
Agreed.
Now, but he's not.
It's a 162 game season.
Mm-hmm.
Barry Bonds got intentionally walked like 125 times.
Yeah, that's insane. I legitimately thought you were kidding when you said that.
Almost 1 at bat per game. They did not throw him a pitch in the zone intentionally. Literally.
And he still had like 46 homers that year, I think it was. It's fucking nuts.
That is insane.
Yeah.
He was getting literally 1 pitch a game, basically.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's insane. It's not even close. Like,
no. He doesn't strike fear into people the way Barry Bonds ever did. No one strikes fear into anyone the way Barry Bonds ever did.
I don't think anyone did before, and I don't know if anyone will after. Like, it's going to be a while, I think.
You got more to say about Judge
right now, though. But
do you have more ranting about Judge? Because I kind of want to transition through Barry Bonds a little bit.
Sorry. I just need to bring this up here because I don't know the better time. Apparently, in AAA, Alan Roden, he's making his first professional start in center field.
Okay. Fuck for
fucking
value trade bait.
All right, Quinteri.
Speaking of Barry Bonds and his former teams, what the fuck is going on with Pittsburgh right now?
Oh, they're 1-10 in their last 11.
They're 0-10 in their last 10.
Jesus.
When did that happen?
So all I heard.
They haven't been great since the All-Star break.
No.
Jesus.
So all I'm hearing is the Pirates needed to die for the Diamondbacks and Padres to succeed.
Yeah.
Because holy shit, dude.
Honestly, though, baseball is so fun right now. There's so many teams in it. Like the Padres and Diamondbacks are playing great. They're
They've
only a
made
couple
it
games back of the Dodgers now.
2 games, no.
I think all the divisions are like reasonably close, other than maybe the NL Central.
You remember 2 weeks ago when we were talking about Pittsburgh and like how they were closing in on a wild card spot and like what they would do in the playoffs if they had to shut down Skeens and Jones?
What are they, like 7-8 games out now?
Oh no, that was the
They're 7.5. They were like a game and a half when we had that conversation.
What are we, out of curiosity?
9.
All things considered.
But they're below us. They are a game or a half a game below us. I just had it sorted by league and I went back to it. Let me get back to that.
Yeah, Connor and I kind of talked about it last week. Baseball is so much fun right now. Just the way everyone is competitive almost. Like
half a game below us. Sorry. Crazy.
The parity is amazing, and I think this is so good for the league. Like, you couldn't tell me who's going to have the best record in the league right now at the end of the year. Honestly, you couldn't tell me who. Honestly,
who has it now?
I was just about to say, could you tell me right now who has the best record in the league?
I think it's still the Guards.
It's the Yankees.
It's the Guards by half a game.
And then who's next?
Because they're 72 and 49. The Orioles and Yankees are tied at 72 and 50.
Okay. Because I know the Phillies have fallen
off. Phillies are 71 and 50.
Never mind, they didn't fall off that hard. Jesus.
No, the Dodgers are 71 and 51, which is insane because they're only 2 games up on the Diamondbacks and Padres at 69 and 53.
Because the Diamondbacks have gone 20-5 in their last 25 games.
Yeah, nuts. The Brewers are 69 and 52. Nice. Like, everyone at the top is all kind of within a few games of each other right now.
Yeah.
And
you could legitimately start any playoff series tomorrow. I think there's a few teams that you give the slight advantage to. The Dodgers, all their depth, their bullpen depth with these guys coming back and healthy. The Phillies with their bullpen and their starting rotation and that lineup, I think the NL is stronger than the AL right now. I don't know, like, the Yankees have flaws, the Orioles have flaws.
The Guardians are
whoever makes it out of the West is
the Guardians are a central team, so you never know with those guys.
They're good. I'll give them that, but I don't know. But my point, honestly, you could make any playoff series if they started today and give everyone their healthy roster. I think it could be a coin flip.
Our playoff predictions are going to be hilarious.
The Mets are 2 games back of the Braves for the last wild card spot.
Oh my god.
That could be fun. I would love to see the Braves miss the playoffs.
I actually do want to circle back to Judge for a second because I forgot about this. I want to talk about the American League MVP.
It's Aaron Judge's. I hate it, but it's Aaron Judge's.
I think it's Aaron Judge's too, and
it's closer than it appears.
Aaron Judge has, I don't know what his WAR is at now. It could be over 8. Bobby Witt's number 2, and he's not that far behind him.
No.
Number 3 is Juan Soto. If you are actually basing it on value,
it
is Bobby.
Having 2 guys on the same team, it comes down to, is it the best player award or is it the most valuable? Because to his team, Bobby Witt is by far the most valuable player.
And that's kind of
to an extent, because I think if you take Aaron Judge off of the Yankees,
they're not best team in the league.
Ass.
They're
ass. It doesn't matter that Juan Soto's there because they'll just walk him every time, and it doesn't matter because the rest of the team
They beat
sucks.
They beat the 2021 Washington Nationals.
Didn't that? Yeah, I don't even remember what they fucking.
That was basically like
Juan Soto year.
That was the year where Soto was shit until the Derby, and then he decided to go off in the back half.
Yeah, there's no world where I think that I can see what you're saying, where like the value to the Royals for Witt.
If Witt is not on the Royals,
do you think the Yankees are worse than us without Judge?
Yes, honestly, I think they're bad.
So.
They're very bad. They're bad.
Are the Royals without Bobby Witt better than the team last year that lost 100, close to 100 games?
Fuck no.
I don't think so, man.
I mean,
No.
like
Their
they do.
their rotation has been good, but
Yeah.
Bobby Witt is carrying that team. I don't know where they're in the standings right now, but he has put that team on his back and he has dragged them to where they are. You could say the same thing about Judge,
Mhm.
and you'd probably be right. You might be right. The Yankees might be worse than us. I think their lineup is still better than us.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's the thing too.
I think just the fact that number 2 and more on the Royals. Can you tell me who it was? It was this is like a week ago that I saw this.
I
Seth
don't
Lugo?
know.
So it might be off.
Might be Lugo.
I imagine it's a starting pitcher, but
Unless pitchers read of it, it was Freddie for me at 3.
oh jeez.
Shout out ready for me. What the fuck?
Now I will say something to your point a little bit, kind of in aiding your point a little bit. The wins above replacement leaders, Judge is at 8.4, Witt's at 7.9, Juan Soto's at 7.5, just behind him.
That's what I'm saying.
They're
Like that.
two-manning that team to
Uh-huh.
fucking best. Like
They are for sure, but like they still have had a good rotation, and like you at least have Juan Soto. If you are the Royals, you got no one. Sal Perez is your only threat and pass well, I guess.
yeah. Without Bobby Witt, you essentially just go back to being the Whit Merrifield and Salvador Perez.
Bobby Witt's also on pace to go 30-30 like with ease, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's closer than it should be given Judge's numbers, but I think it's still Judge's award.
The NL MVP is obviously Shohei Ohtani, right? Or agreement there?
Maybe I haven't really looked into it very much, but I would
haven't
assume.
looked. I know there's lots of guys moving. Cattell's will get like way up there, man.
Cattell's top 3. Like
I just want to talk about something completely different for a second. Similar but different.
Yeah.
Because Baseball Reference has like the WAR leaderboards here, and they have the defensive WAR leaderboards. You guys take a wild guess at who's at the top of that bad boy?
Sorry, who has what?
At the top of the defensive WAR leaderboard?
Ellie De La Cruz.
Who'd you say, Connor?
Ellen Varsho.
Yes. By 0.5.
That was a
Dude,
joke.
he has 24 defensive runs saved.
Yeah. He's
Like-
at 2.8. Fun. Even more fun. Number 5 is Isaiah Kiner Falefa. Number 10, also a Toronto Blue Jay. Who do you think it is? 1.6. Not George. Not
Okay,
George.
Is it a pitcher?
Nope.
I'm assuming.
Did Alejandro Kirk?
Nope. It's B WAR, so catchers don't really get the love.
Vlad?
Nope.
Well, it's Ernie.
It's Ernie.
Oh, God.
Ernie's at 1.6. Tied.
No.
Who tied with Matt Chapman?
Honestly, man, he's been good defensively recently. Like
Crazy.
he had a
That's
tough stretch at the
absurd.
start, but he's been good.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
All right. We can skip the biggest piece of news because I know we don't really need to get.
No, let's go to that first one on there because I love this.
Yes.
So before we get there too, sorry, just one last thing on it. The gap between Varsho at 1 and Terang at 2 is the same as Terang at 2 and Young at 7.
Jesus. Okay.
Which
Josh?
Young? Washington Young? Who's that one? Jacob Young.
Jacob Young. I was about to be like Josh Young. What the fuck? I don't think he's played here.
Wild.
Yeah. So
Give that man a platinum glove.
yeah. So apparently, MLB is reportedly considering a minimum innings limit for a starter in a game, and it's 6 innings.
I love this.
I hate innings.
There is
No. There's caveats.
There's 3 caveats.
Okay.
Throwing 100 pitches,
Okay. 100.
giving up 4 more earned runs, or getting injured, but with a required injured list stint to avoid manipulation.
Oh, I didn't hear the
Okay,
second
now I'm
part of
here.
that.
That makes sense.
So if you get
I think
quote
that's
unquote
good.
injured,
Yeah, no,
you
I'm
have
kind
to
of
be
here with that
on
now.
the IL. Like,
Honestly, man, for me growing up, I'll say that like
back in my day,
I live 2 hours from Toronto. If we're going to a game, like you want it to be a good starting pitching matchup because that's what
Yeah.
you're going to see. Like we would go and try to see Doc. We'd try and see Stroh. We'd try and see like you want to see those type of guys when you're going. You plan it out to figure out when certain guys from the other team are coming in. Now we kind of lost that, and I hate it. Like Blake Snell threw his first complete game, and it was a no-hitter. His first pitch
the
in the ninth inning,
craziest
I
stat of
believe.
all time.
There's
Like, bring that back. I don't want to see Blake Snell going 5 innings and I think that should be a regular season rule and not a playoff rule. I think playoffs is a different game, and I think you should be able to manipulate it a little different. Maybe make it 5 innings and 3 earned runs, or change it somehow. But
Yeah,
80 pitches or something like.
I
I don't
like
think
the
100 pitches
idea.
is crazy.
I
The
like the
concept of
idea
it.
with the caveats in there. I didn't know those were a thing.
Yeah. So the other, that's kind of why I liked the I forget what they were calling it with the DH, where if you remove your pitcher, you lose your DH. Because I enjoy going to see a starting pitcher, and you want to see a guy work his way through a game. Like, I don't like going to a game and seeing guys pulled in the 5th inning because they're at 75 pitches and they've given up 2 runs.
The Yusei
Like,
Kikuchi.
I don't want guys who are just going twice through the lineup. Like, give me quantity, because that's what a starting pitcher used to be, and we're losing that.
I was gonna try and counter this with Paul Skeens, because that is kind of the big thing, is like, well, what's that gonna do to people like that? But that would realistically only cut 1, 2, 3, 2
Are
starts.
they recent?
No, just the first start of his career,
he was
the 5th start of his career, and then not the last start, but the one before that was against Arizona, but he threw 100 pitches, so he would have been able to come out of the game anyways. So kind of negates that a little bit, is what I'm getting at here. Like, that would have been the biggest story for it. It was like, when you have a guy come up like that and you're trying to limit him, they've realistically been limiting him to that.
Which I think is a good limit. I think in the long run, it'd be better for pitchers. Which I think most people would think the opposite, but you're going to have less of the guys just out there spinning sweepers for however many pitches, because they know
you have to keep yourself in the game.
Yeah, you got to keep yourself in the game.
Interesting.
You don't.
I thought I would hate this idea, but I'm starting to get on board.
And then you don't have who was the Seattle pitcher last year?
George Kirby.
Kirby coming out and saying, "Oh, well, I wasn't expecting to be out there, blah blah blah, past the 6." Which, to be fair, that's totally fair, because he hasn't done it his whole career, because they haven't let him. But now, if you're mandating this, I think this is great. I don't necessarily love an IL stint for manipulation. I think that could be tough. Like, sometimes guys get a stiff back and they can't make it through 6 innings. Like, that's tough. Or take Brios last night. Takes a comebacker off the foot. Like, his foot's killing him. He can't plant on it. It's swelled up. Like, but maybe
But you'll be fine in 2 days.
Or maybe it's even a week. But that's tough. You would get teams manipulating it, though, right? Like,
Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, see, that would fuck Tampa Bay.
This is literally just, hey, we're just trying to Tampa Bay Ray-ify the baseball. Like,
I don't think so, man. Next year, like, Shane Mack,
they'll be fine.
Drew Rasmussen, and Springs are all
Taj
back.
Bradley.
Taj Bradley, Shane Boz. Like, wouldn't it be more fun to see those guys going 6 innings every game?
I think that's kind of the point, though. Is like, instead of having somebody open for Taj Bradley or Shane Boz, like, you have to pitch Taj Bradley or Shane Boz.
Doing that.
Boz was the last time he was healthy. I don't know if he has this year, but I know they were doing that with Taj last year. I would imagine they're not anymore.
Yeah.
I like it.
But
I think it would be honestly really good for the game.
Yeah, I'm kind of here for it now.
Piece of trivia. I don't know if you guys know this. What is the average length per start in MLB this year?
4 1/3.
That's honestly what I was going to guess, so I'll go 5.
5 1/3 is the average start.
I had the wrong number.
Honestly, that's not far off, man.
But you had 2/3 of an inning, basically, to the average start.
The difference is it's not your average. It's going to be like 70% of starts, probably.
Yeah.
Which I think bumps it up to 7. I think that's good.
Yep. and there's been 23 complete games this year. And
that has to be the lowest in history.
4 of them have been thrown by 2 guys. Max Fried and Kevin Gausman.
Really?
Have thrown 2 each.
Fuck. Gausman hasn't even been good. That's nuts. Okay.
And if we go back 40 years to 1984, starting pitchers averaged 6 1/3, and 12 pitchers had at least 11 complete games, and the MLB leader had 17.
How many did you say there was this year? 24?
There's 23, period. Like,
that's nuts.
All right. Well, we can move on. I'm gonna be the only person to say anything here. You two shut up. Jarren Duran, boo, and the people that think you're now fans of him because of this shit, boo you too. Moving on.
Hey, can we pause for a second?
God damn it.
I don't know, because you're making it sound like the two of us are on very opposing
Yeah,
sides.
no.
No, you're not, but it's just like I didn't want to go an extra 30 minutes on this shit.
No,
don't
I just
have
think
to.
that sounded very bad.
Yeah.
For one of us for sure.
Yeah, fans, take a pick.
I think
who's the asshole?
We're just gonna do a poll. No, the Jarren Duran thing
voted off the island today.
It's obviously a hot button conversation, and one that I think, if you know us, you know where we stand. I think the punishment was fair. I don't think any of us are disagreeing on that.
I think
Like,
it's pretty well standard across the league now.
yeah, you can't be representing a team and say shit like that. It just
You can't
doesn't
win
work.
the Heart and Hustle Award and then 2 hours later in the same game do that.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a bad look. You got to learn from it. Like,
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Kevin Pillar did it.
Yep.
I don't know what he said, if it was the same thing or different.
Yeah, same thing.
It was, but
Same thing.
um,
That's the thing is like maybe Jarren Duran's a shit guy. Who knows? But you can take this opportunity as a learning opportunity and grow from it. And if he doesn't, I don't know. Who fucking knows? But that's where we're at. I don't think we need to cancel Jarren Duran into the sun because of what he said. I think maybe could be a thing that you need to do. Could be a terrible person, but could also use this as a learning opportunity to grow himself and maybe help the sport a little bit more. Who knows?
basically, I just want to put my stance in here on it. I just hate how everyone has to be on either extreme. Like,
Sure.
I think the way you put it is perfect. Like, punishment's fair, it's what it's been.
Mhm.
You need to learn and grow from it. You are a role model to lots of kids. They can't see or
No.
hear you saying stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's also a different time. Like, we all grew up in a different time.
Mhm.
Things have changed.
Mhm.
There's plenty of stuff you can't say. I'm
Mhm.
sure we've all said stuff that we shouldn't say.
Mhm.
We're probably very lucky we don't have a camera shoved in our face all day. But like, I think everyone makes mistakes, right? Like, these athletes are people too.
Yep.
I think you give the guy the benefit of the doubt. Hope he learns from it.
Yep. I mean, there's not really much more you can say. I'm not huge on the amount of support he gets after the fact, and I get there's a lot of people with different views.
But that's another.
I don't agree with your views if that's your
Okay.
views. I just wanted to put that out there. But yeah, it is what it is.
Okay. And
In other news, that's less shocking. As Chisholm's hurt again.
it's not shocking. A Yankees trade deadline acquisition getting hurt.
Mm-hmm. Was it a UCL injury that may require surgery?
May require surgery. So
Fantastic.
On a slide too. Such a strange way to do
Was it?
mhm.
Yeah, sliding into home, I believe.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
Brutal.
I may require surgery. To me, he's not playing the rest. He's not playing
No,
third.
he's done. Yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
Is it his throwing arm too?
No, it must be his left.
Okay.
Because somebody compared him to
Yeah, it's a left.
Shohei,
Left UCL.
because they both throw and swing the same way.
Tough. Bad
And
news
also, not shocking news.
bad news for the Brewers. Christian Yelich is undergoing season-ending back surgery. I did just mention the Brewers as a 69-win team, literally in the mix with every other good team in the league. So that is devastating if you're the Milwaukee Brewers.
It's too bad for him too, man, because he was kind of having a resurgence. Like, he battled injuries big time,
Mm-hmm.
and his like numbers had fallen off from those stellar MVP type seasons.
Yeah.
It was really good to see him coming back here, but yeah, it's too bad.
The positive side of things is I think that should put you back in time for next year fully healthy. And the Brewers have a young enough core right now that they're going to be good for a little bit. And I think if he can kind of get back to somewhere near where he was this year, I think they're still going to be pretty damn good with him. Who the hell's River Ryan?
Starting pitcher for the Dodgers.
Again.
Honestly, man, he's been gross. I watched his MLB
okay.
debut. Like,
So sick.
he's electric. His
Okay.
brother also pitches for Pittsburgh, I think.
Okay.
Also, sick name.
Yeah.
Sick
honestly,
name.
Man,
Also,
electric.
done for the year.
Done for the year. Timmy Jim.
That's too bad.
It's the Dodgers way, man. Just throw until your arm falls off, and then we'll see you in a couple years.
Don't worry, they still have Walker Buehler and
who's
Lyndon
ass
Mack
right now,
and Justin Robleski.
Kershaw's back.
Like
Walker Buehler, not good.
Bobby Miller,
from
not
everything
good.
I've heard.
Bobby Miller.
I don't know his stats.
In honestly, probably the craziest news of the year, though, Victor Robles got himself an extension after about 2 weeks after being DFA'd. Maybe a month.
His stats in Seattle, night and goddamn day.
It's insane. I don't know how you go from getting DFA'd to getting an extension.
Getting DFA'd by the Nationals.
Yeah.
Like, hold up. Let me.
2 year, 9.75.
Okay. With the Nationals, he played 14 games this year. He had a batting average of 120, 281 on base, 120 slug for a 401 OPS. In 44 games with the Mariners, 280, 346, 415 for a 761 and 3 home runs, 8 RBI. 12.
Pretty sure he's hitting leadoff for him right now.
And he's hitting leadoff for him.
He's making like nearly $5 million a year for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
And then there's a $9 million team option in 2027.
Still young, man. I think he's about 26.
He's 26, 27. Like,
yeah, that's wild. $2 million in bonus and escalators. How are you? Just quickly back on Walker Buehler. He's got a 5.58 ERA.
Good. There's a
couple
reason the
really
Dodgers
starts.
are 2
I don't know if
games.
he's been better recently, but his start was real bad.
There's a reason.
Yikes. He gave up 4 runs last start. That was it. Actually, he hasn't pitched since June 18th before that. He got sent down, right?
I think he got hurt and was rehabbing.
Was it? Okay. Well, his last start before that, he gave up 7 runs.
Yeah, he's not great.
And then he came back up and gave up 4 runs. Only one of them earned, though.
Mm-hmm.
While we're on the Dodgers, do we want to talk about their deadline acquisition?
Dude, their fucking deadline pickups have been the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah.
They've DFA'd 2 guys that they picked up at the deadline, I'm pretty sure.
Who's the other one?
Okay, sorry.
Ahmed Rosario got DFA'd right now.
Cap was early.
So,
but
it doesn't make sense. They clearly just wanted a placeholder for Mookie and then move Mookie to the outfield. I think he hit well in those 11 at bats too.
Dude, he's batting over 300 this year, like period. And
somebody's picking him up. I honestly wouldn't hate if it was us. I don't know if he's got years left or what, but like
he should.
Didn't he sign a 1-year deal?
He
with
can kind
Tampa?
of play all over. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was a 1-year deal with Tampa. Never mind.
Very strange because they picked Nick Ahmed and Miguel Rojas over him.
Yeah, I don't get
and
it.
those are both 2 defensive first shortstops when you could have a guy on your team that just kind of rakes.
And Ahmed Rosario can play the outfield too.
In 5 games with the Dodgers, Ahmed Rosario went 3 for 11 with 1 walk, 1 double. That's it. Hit 273 with a 333 on base.
I mean, hey, just think. All of the guys that we just mentioned, 2 of them are probably gone too. Tommy Edmonds joining the team this week. Max Muncy's on his way back. Like,
that's true. It kind of doesn't. The move just doesn't really make sense to begin with.
Ahmed and probably Kevin Kiermaier are both gone. Like,
yeah.
If they get rid of Kiermaier, I don't think they have a 4th outfielder.
It would be Teoscar, Hayward, Pages, Edmund.
Oh, I guess Hayward.
And,
Has been
and
good.
Mookie. And Mookie. That's like
Oh yeah. Well, does that have a
Edmonds an
shortstop?
infielder.
no,
Edmonds
but
a shortstop, isn't he?
they did say again. I follow Dodgers Twitter now because Cav was a part of that team for a little bit. So Edmund's gonna primarily be playing center when he gets healthy. So
Who's playing center right now?
Andy Pajes
Are you
and Kevin
sure?
Kiermaier.
I was gonna say
Pajes and
Kiermaier's played 9
Pa-
games.
Pajes and Kiermaier. So I know that.
Kiermaier's 4 for 20. He's hitting 200 with a
Wow.
273 on base, a 250 slug.
But he's making the plays, man. Oh my god!
Apparently he made a nice play yesterday.
He threw a guy out at home accurately.
Did he?
He has
there's
the
first.
hardest throw in StatCast history for Dodger.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got a
Or
cannon. It just doesn't
maybe-
go where he
maybe
wants it
it's-
to go.
Maybe it was resulting in an out. That's
So
part of it, but
so Brant.
Mhm.
In our final piece of news, I think
Mhm.
we can bring back Kevin Biggio. He is officially now not he used to be the worst player to hit for the cycle. But he became the second worst player to hit for the cycle because Xavier Edwards did it. And now, as of an hour ago, exactly, Xavier Edwards. Do you guys remember the famous clip of Blake Snell calling someone a slap dick prospect?
Yeah.
That's Xavier Edwards.
Oh, nice.
So
I'd like to interject here. Was Xavier Edwards not a top 100 prospect right now?
anymore? No.
I don't even know who Xavier. That trade was years ago, so I can't imagine he's
Xavier
still.
Edwards is
He's young, man. Like
25.
He's 25.
Like, but he is no. But Kevin Biggio is now the third, as of an hour ago, he's the third worst player in MLB to fucking hit for a cycle. Because the Phillies, Weston Wilson, just hit for the cycle against the Nationals.
I'll give you second worst, but I'm taking Xavier Edwards over Kevin Biggio.
Xavier Edwards has a 1.8 WAR this year.
Holy shit, he has an 869 OPS. Never mind. Shout out Xavier.
Hold on though. He has a cycle.
He hits for the cycle.
He has one career home run.
Yeah, and that was the game he got it in. Hey, fuck it, right? Like,
wow,
bro. Shout out Xavier Edwards.
Can I ask a question about like a elephant in the room here?
What?
When did Kevin get DFA'd? Like it's got to be over a week ago.
He went for the training
claimed.
camp. He didn't get claimed.
So where is he? Did he accept
He
assignment,
accepted
or
it
is he,
to the Dodgers,
or is he just a free agent?
I actually got to look this up.
How do you guys feel that no one in the league wants Kevin Biggio?
It's weird, honestly. Like the White Sox didn't.
It is weird that the White Sox didn't try and make that move.
Where's news?
He is not good.
Yeah, neither of the White Sox though.
I'm sure
Kevin
Biggio
Biggio could legitimately be what?
This is me learning Cav had a 316 OBP this year.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Wasn't he hitting like 180?
97.
97.
197. Did he genuinely?
That's great. He probably still has a under 600 OPS.
It was 7 something.
His OPS was 7 something. Is that what you just said?
Hold up. Let me do. Wait, I gotta go back. Sorry.
There is no way Kevin Biggio has a 7 something OPS.
Jesus, sorry. I saw 79 OPS plus.
79 OPS plus.
622. 622. Where is? Hold up. He did get released.
Released.
Just in the ether now.
Oh, there it is.
Good.
But if
World is a better place.
Yahoo
days ago,
Yahoo set me up. Yahoo set me up.
We're at the top where it says the Blue Jays activate Kevin Biggio. I was thinking the same thing. I'm
16 hours ago.
Yeah, that threw me off too.
So Brant, is this the it? Is this the it? Yeah.
This might be the it?
Yeah.
No, he'll get a minor league.
He's gonna get a minor league deal next year.
He's gonna get a minor league deal with the Jays, and I'll laugh my ass off.
He's gonna get a minor league deal with the Astros.
Yeah, Houston, just
Thanks,
go,
Dad.
Just get him because he rakes in Houston.
Thanks, Dad.
Every
time he's there. Like, I think that's it.
Yeah,
he's gonna end up on some stupid team and look real bad in their jerseys. He's gonna end up like Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that seems like a fit.
No, like he's not gonna make the team. He's just gonna go there for spring training.
I love how I jokingly said like last year that I was like, yo, if Kevin Biggio gets traded to like a shit team like the Royals, I'd be so mad. But
Now the Royals aren't
now the
shit.
Royals are really good.
Now I would love to see him on the Royals.
Connor, I am so mad at you because
Why are you mad at me?
I was looking back at our hot takes and I remember Witt getting taken, and I swear it was me, and I was gonna do top 3, and you said top 5, and I talked you into top 3 and gave
You
you the
did.
pick instead of me.
You did. You did talk me into top 3. Dude, I think of all of our hot takes, mine are the 5 worst.
I think I hit one.
Yariel being second in saves. That's not happening.
No.
Because he's actually a decent starter.
Well,
Just gonna skip that one because he's 200 points below the OPS fucking thing when I set. David Schneider's not hitting the fucking 30 home runs.
nope.
Bobby Witt.
Bobby was going to hit.
And not gonna talk about
White
that.
Sox are not going to be better than the Guardians.
Well, they're mathematically eliminated from AL Central contention. Like officially.
Fantastic.
But yeah.
I don't know, man. Mine are pretty bad.
You got the Vlad at third.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm going to hit.
Oh.
The rest of them are not good.
Maybe the Dodgers first round exit.
It's always possible with them. You never know.
You got O'Neal Cruz being in AAA.
I don't think he's getting DFA.
You're a hater, dude.
I have a chance at 1.
Vicky T? No, we're not being in the playoffs, so not that one.
Justin Turner being top 2 in OPS on the Blue Jays?
He's not even a J, so that's not going to hit.
Not even a J. Hey,
Manoah blew his help.
Is he going to be a higher OPS than the second best guy on the Jays?
The Rays aren't going to be
Probably.
worse than us. The Royals could win the AL Central.
That's the only one I got a shot at.
And you had a caveat with Yamamoto side, but he's out.
No, I picked him as my Cy Young. I didn't make it a hot take.
All right. Yeah.
Do you think we can pass the Rays?
Maybe.
How far back are we from the Rays? I'm intrigued.
It's like 5 games.
Could this just be our race for the rest of the year just to watch them? Oh, 2.5 games.
Okay, we can do it.
We're 2.5 games back with the
That's
Jays.
probably more likely than the Royals.
I think so. The Royals
are
Hey, I was
not
in on the Royals though.
Yeah,
the Royals are
I know.
6 games back.
Oh,
Okay,
there's a better chance of the Jays passing the Rays than the Royals passing the Guards.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
The Royals are 11 games above 500.
Good for them.
Good for them. The Twins are good. What the fuck?
I hope more teams take the Royals route next year because like they picked up guys who
Let's make baseball
realistically could have just gone half the season unsigned. Like wasn't like a walk-off free agent. He's a Cy Young finalist.
Yeah.
At this point.
Seth Lugo, even. I think Seth Lugo got like a 2-3 year deal.
Great.
Like,
Hunter Renfroe.
Hunter Renfroe's
There were a
bad.
couple other guys.
Adam Frazier. Remember that?
Yep. I hope
Good for
more
them.
teams
Will
see
Smith.
that and go and do that.
Yeah.
Like I think the Pirates did the same thing.
The Royals are going to win the
Triple A
World Series
Taylor.
this year. They
Did
got
you,
Will Smith.
did you? Oh, I thought you had the Royals as your World Series pick.
No. I wish I did now.
Okay. Our preseason World Series picks.
Oh, no.
Brant, you had probably the closest thing to what's actually might going to happen.
Okay.
The Yankees and the Dodgers.
No, I didn't.
Because you didn't want to pick the Jays.
Yeah, because you didn't want to pick the Jays. Nate has the Blue Jays and the Phillies.
Back-to-back years, baby.
I have the Astros and the Reds.
Yeah, you were really riding that Ellie De La Cruz.
I was really riding that Ellie De La Cruz train. Like,
Oh my God. I had the Tigers finishing second in the AL Central.
I mean,
We should look at this in our last episode, I think. I
Yeah.
think we're kind of jumping the gun on all of
we're
this.
jumping the shark, but
Oh,
we'll
we
also
all
forget.
Nate and I both had the Tigers at 2. That's fine.
Did you really? Where did I have?
Yeah.
I had the Tigers at 3. Okay. I had the Guardians in my.
Buddy, look at my fucking
Okay,
division
we can
picks.
talk about this off stream. Talk about this off
Yes.
off pod.
Yeah.
Just end it.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. Everything's linked in the description below. We will catch you next week. Hopefully the 3 of us are here again. This has been great. Look at us go.
It's been good.
We'll
Yapped for hours.
Yeah. We'll see you next week.
Peace.
Cheers.